way of practice this and emphasize different things. Xingyi focus this direction, a more linear movement. She focus here. So their spine here they push out more. Then like this kind of movement more. So no matter punch or drill, it's a move from here. Then the spine just statically wave. Bagua no. Bagua is turning from here. Then Bagua turn the hip. It's not turn the shoulder. So Bagua become this, right? So the movement become more horizontal. Tai Chi no. Tai Chi you see 1, 2, 3. Tai Chi move the hip also, but the spine is slightly wave and more twisting than this direction. So horizontally they turn loud, but vertically they won't do much because the head push up. 1, then 2, 3. Right, so here start move up. Here moves here.
Okay.
But Xingyi, we get the concerning the Xingyi move this direction. Bagua move here. Tai Chi is more here.
Okay.
More diagonal.
Thank you very much. I'd like to come back on the physical aspect and practical aspect of sparring. More when you teach sparring at your school, do you show a preference towards maybe striking techniques and defense, or maybe throwdowns and takedowns such as projections, depending, I guess, on the style?
Yes. I think Xingyi focus because for the three style. In Chinese martial art, we have different level to use this. We say if you can beat people on the floor, like some people attack you, you let him on the floor. That's the we say okay level.
Yeah.
If you can move someone out, that's higher level.
Okay.
Then if you can move someone with less force or less power, you are very high level. So and if you only can block the arm and to defend yourself, it's at beginner level.
Okay.
So why I teach and my suggestion, my advice to people who do any of the three internal style that they should focus step by step. First, to defend yourself with arm, with leg. Second, to push people on the floor or defeat your opponent on the floor. Then third, that you move out. So don't try to push people out, because you push out, it becomes pushing force. We don't need that right away. So you should do that gradually.
That's very good. And also in practice, another type of practice that you mentioned earlier is the body conditioning practice. Like I saw your student do this exercise. This seems to be more of a traditional. Do you also practice some of the less traditional bodybuilding exercises, such as push-ups and sit-ups and jumps?
I think that's the personal preference. Someone can do that if they want, but what I learned from my family, from my teacher, that we don't focus on that. If you do push-up, and we will make to more horizontal circle instead of vertical movement. And if you jump up, you should jump with the whole body, not only like jump, like more than jumping.
Okay.
And focus more body coordination. And we need a strong body, so you have to do some physical body conditioning exercise. But my suggestion is don't use weight training. But the weight
yes.
The weight, because the muscle will have different quality in the end. And this is why in any martial art when we talk about system, they have a form, application, and a weapon training. Weapon training is the best way to build your force. Weapon training is the best way to make your body strong, to be able to send the force out. You see, there are so many people, let's say they do Xingyi. They just can push the force at here. They cannot push the force further, for example. They cannot push the force at here. Why? Because they don't have enough physical training. The best way, in my opinion, is the weapon.
So
Train the weapon, yes.
The weapon training would do that?
Yes, and serious weapon training, not the flash weapon training, not with the soft sword move like witch. Don't do that. That won't help you. Don't do ceremonial weapon training.
Okay.
Do the real combat weapon training. Martial art compound weapon. Martial art from the weapon application, not from empty hand first.
I see what you mean. But would you say in that case that different weapons would be better for different parts of the body?
Yes, sure. My personal experience is, and the sword We say only have here.
Okay.
For sure, anyone will have the whole body, but specifically they have different benefit. Sword most of this area. You see, when you move the sword, you move like this, right? The saber will here. Saber move like this direction, elbow. Then the spear will be shoulder and the back. The long pole like Tai Chi and the Xing is lower back. And other weapons, special weapon, for example, like Baba will have different knife, right? That's have the form, and it will not have anything specifically. Or we can, the double hand, we can say, have the coordination between 2 palms.
Oh.
But for the body conditioning question, the weapon training, we can say sword here, saber here, spear and staff, can say staff more shoulder, and the spear more shoulder and the back. Long pole, lower back. And to the leg, we don't have weapon for the leg. I did the switch, I never learned the swing stuff with the leg.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you. That's very good to know. It's good that you mentioned Bagua actually, because if you don't mind, I have a few questions
yes,
that are a bit more specific.
Yes, I teach 3 internal styles. I need 3 internal.
That's it. Well, to start with Bagua, could you tell us a little bit about the origins of the Cheng style Bagua that you teach at your school?
Cheng style, like originally Cheng style, the Bagua is made by Dong Haicang. People say it's by Dong Haicang. I don't think it's by himself. It's by a certain group of people. Then Dong was the person who promoted Bagua in the whole country. Okay. Is what I believe, because one person cannot make a system like Bagua by himself. Second, Dong has 8 famous students, or you can see 4 or whatever. But 2 most important is Cheng and Yan, or Yan and Cheng. Yan is Yanfu, Cheng is Cheng Tinghua. Yanfu focus more, it's more hard strike, but that's from Shaolin background. Cheng is Cheng Tinghua, his background is wrestling. So because his background is soft palm plus wrestling technique.
Okay.
Then Cheng taught a lot of students. And then most famous is his own children. His son, his cousin, his family member, his brother, right? Then from his son, then taught all the other students. The style I'm teaching, the Cheng style, is from Cheng Youlong, Cheng Youxin. And because both of them stayed in Tianjin, and Cheng Youlong even died in Tianjin. Both of them stayed, Cheng Youxin stayed in Tianjin more than 10 years. And when they taught in Tianjin, they have many students. And so the style I'm learning is from Cheng Youxin and the Cheng Youlong style. And the Cheng Youxin, Cheng Youlong have different also, but mainly speaking, Cheng Youxin can be considered as the standard form of Cheng style.
Okay, that's very good. That's very good. You mentioned that the Cheng style was there was a little bit of Chinese wrestling. Could you talk to us a little bit about maybe differences between Chinese wrestling and Roman wrestling, because there's different types of wrestling. I'm not talking about the wrestling we see on TV, but actual wrestling. I'm guessing Chinese adds its own flavor to it. If you could tell us a bit about that.
Because for the location, for the limitation of the place, we cannot do too much. But we can talk about this. And in China, the mainly speaking, there's 3 types of wrestling. You say Beijing wrestling, Baoding wrestling, and Tianjin wrestling. We are not talking about Mongolian wrestling, maybe, who knows, we have the Korean wrestling, I don't know that. But we say in the north of China, 3 wrestling, Beijing wrestling, Tianjin wrestling, Baoding wrestling. And since Cheng Tinghua was from Beijing, so his Cheng style had strong influence from the Beijing wrestling, which is a big movement and a lot of hip movement.
Okay.
But since it's Bagua, it's still Bagua, it's still martial art. And in China, we don't put wrestling as martial art.
No?
We say wrestling, martial art. Right? They share same thing, different, same thing, but still different practice. Wrestling, most of you have to grab people. You have to hold someone. Martial art, no. If someone grab you, you finish. But we have the proverb in Chinese is, Kung Fu combined with wrestling, you will make yourself better and better. Or you will improve yourself dramatically when you combine the 2 together. So Cheng style, the wrestling, so what they focus on this kind of movement, the wrestling movement.